Have you ever dreamed of success but never taken action? In a quiet village, a young man named Amir slept peacefully while the world around him was already moving forward. Every morning, he promised himself that he would start tomorrow. Have you ever dreamed of success but never taken action? In a quiet village, a young man named Amir slept peacefully while the world around him was already moving forward. Every morning, he promised himself that he would start tomorrow. As the sun rose over the village, hard-working farmers filled the fields. They planted crops, carried tools, and worked tirelessly under the morning sky. Each day, they were building their future with effort and determination. Meanwhile, Amir sat comfortably under a large tree. He imagined becoming the richest farmer in the village. In his dreams, his fields were covered with golden crops and everyone admired his success. But dreams alone could not change his life. One evening, Amir's wise uncle visited him. Looking at the empty field, he asked a simple question. "Why is your land still empty?" Amir smiled confidently and replied, "Don't worry, uncle, I will start tomorrow." The old man reached into his pocket and took out 2 small seeds. "These are special seeds," he said. "One is the seed of ambition. The other is the seed of laziness. Your future depends on which one you choose to grow." The next morning arrived, but nothing changed. Amir stayed in bed once again. He felt comfortable, and comfort was stronger than commitment. "I will do it tomorrow," he whispered, just as he had done many times before. Weeks later, Amir finally returned to his field. What he saw shocked him. Thick weeds had spread everywhere, covering the land and stealing its beauty. His field was no longer a place of opportunity. It had become a place of neglect. Hidden among the weeds was the seed of ambition. It had grown into a tiny plant, weak and struggling to survive. Without care, water, and effort, it was slowly dying. Amir fell to his knees and stared at the dying plant. For the first time, he understood the truth. His dreams were not failing because of bad luck. They were failing because he had chosen excuses over action. The next morning, before the sun appeared, Amir woke up. He walked to the field and began pulling out the weeds with his own hands. The work was difficult and painful, but he refused to quit. This time, there would be no tomorrow. Day after day, Amir continued working. He watered the plant, cleaned the field, and stayed disciplined. Slowly, the tiny plant became stronger. As the plant grew, Amir grew as well. Years later, Amir stood proudly in a beautiful golden field. The seed of ambition had become a strong tree filled with fruit. He finally achieved the success he once dreamed about, not because he wished for it, but because he worked for it. Every person carries 2 seeds within them, ambition and laziness. Ambition grows only when it is fed with action and discipline. Laziness grows on its own and quietly destroys dreams. The choice is yours. Which seed will you grow today?